So can you describe it again?
Like,
Yes, please. We were so excited.
I know you are. Jericho. Why can't I press the next turn? That's weird.
Try and
I can't
reconnect.
change turns.
Maybe you had a connection error and the browser is acting weird.
Yeah.
Doc is being possessed. That's why it won't change.
Mhm.
The demon's taking him over as a vassal.
There we go.
Damage is too critical. It's over 9,000.
Oh man, you couldn't help yourself.
No.
Whose turn is it now?
It's Jericho.
Jericho's.
Here we go. Okay. He is going to... the bomb is going to go off. Let's see what it does.
Let me know if you want some help with a little bit of bookkeeping here, because you placed the bomb here. What's blast 2? Is it just 2 squares or what?
No, it's not.
Yes.
It's not there. I got it. It's great. All right. Ton. So 1. Yeah. Everyone just feels a slight discomfort as an electrical blast goes off. Is it stunned again? Can someone...
No, there's no stun on the melta bomb.
But it is
But-
on fire.
Yeah, it has to
Yeah.
make an agility.
Yeah, it has
Minus
flame.
20.
Awesome. He's gonna wake up and he's going to... so open up my sheet here.
Today we're not killers, gentlemen.
He's going to... Well, he's almost dead. It's just surprising. He's going to try to bite someone, I think. Toof. Do you have a doogie? Do you
No.
have a
He's
doogie?
frenzied. He can't dodge.
I'm a
can't dodge.
frenzied, fat ass ogre.
Damn,
no
dude.
dodge.
Damn, dude. That's a body shot.
It's all over now.
It's all over. It's gonna bite you in the liver, and you feel a crushing blow as you take a total of 24 rending damage, 10 penetration. Your body armor also takes a total of 10 damage. So you lose 10 armor to your body in addition to the damage.
Can you describe how this attack looks?
Yeah, it's gonna open its pincers, and 2 of the almost like limbs come out, and they grab you from either side, just pushing these spikes through your torso as it's towering over you, leaning on its hind legs. It is standing up in an arch, leaning down on your limbs, like piercing you into the ground with its mouth.
Can you repeat the damage again?
Fuck, I don't know. Can I?
21, pen 10, or was it?
Davi. You're the bookkeeper.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
It was 20 something. I think it was 21.
Sounds good.
What's 9 plus 20? 21?
I'm having a few
Sounds
beers
good.
today.
Sounds good.
I'm on my second can of Red Bull.
Taking care of 2 screaming kids.
I have
for 2
to
years.
Google 21 minus 9.
Alright. -9.
No, I only took 12 damage from that.
Jesus.
Hmm.
But my armor is ruined.
Alrighty. He's going to bite you again. Toof.
Yeah.
This time to the head. And that's a total of... Yeah, I did say 21. Now it's 22. 10 penetration. So he's going to make another arch and imagine this giant squid-like creature leaning on top of your head and then just biting at your jaw level.
Hoofnasher is screaming as he can almost hear the fracture of his head as it's being pulled within the jaws of this massive creature. But he cannot burst his skull, and he screams. "Argh!" He's still fucking alive. I have 4 hit points.
Sick. You get an inspiration point. Spikes are sticking out of your jaw, and this thing is just like crushing down on your neck, and you can see every once in a while it gets tighter and tighter and tighter. Then it releases it, and almost leaning back to witness its work. You can see something reminiscent of a mouth opening up. Eyes pop out of its skull, and it looks down on you. Then you can see this dismayed expression in its face as it realizes that you are not dead. One of the spikes is going to come out and hit this guy.
Hit this guy, is that me?
No. That's a body shot for 10, 16, 30. Yeah. Is that? That's it.
Okay. So, Askellon takes a missile launcher on his shoulder, aims at what I call the creature that is just actually killed Tooth Gnasher, and as he loads it slowly, what I called oils across it, says, "Dear Emperor, please accept Tooth Gnasher into your light. He fought and died in your honor and in your
I got
light."
4 hit points. I'm about to kill this creature.
Oh, you're still alive?
Yeah.
Oh, get the fuck out of the way. And the missile then fires. And hits with a 5 degree of success. Hell are we?
What was the damage? 3d10 plus 8, penetration 8.
I'm
Yes.
looking
Yeah.
for it. Hold.
It is 3d10 plus 8. Pen 8 if it's a missile launcher that you're wielding in your hands.
Yes,
Like
crack missile launcher.
Yeah, that's just the ammo. Yeah, that's the damage.
Dutch, can I have a stim in the near future? I mean, I can keep crawling at 2 meters per turn, but you know. And how much would it take for me? Like in about 5 turns I'll be there, mate, I swear. Can meet you in the middle if you want.
I feel bad for you. Remind me, it's I'm just preparing my turn since I'm such a good team player.
25.
Pen 8.
Hell.
Is the plus to hit modifier plus 40 for this creature?
Yeah. Plus
Yeah.
40. Yeah, so it's actually much more, many more degrees.
But yeah, it's 25 plus 25 damage, pen 8.
Awesome. The explosion goes off.
Also
Oof.
a toughness check, by the way, for the stun, you know.
Oh my god.
There's no stun on the crack,
Oh,
is it?
succeeded.
No, there's not.
It's flame.
No, that's the melt, I was thinking of Malta. But yeah, it succeeds either way.
I'm just gonna roll this roll and then I'm gonna role play it.
Mhm.
Alright, he has minus 111 to dodge this. So Tooth Gnasher, he goes up, he grapples one of his tentacles, and then tries to pull it closer, but it's too massive and strong. He can't. But he uses this to leverage him up, and he punches the creature with all his strength straight. 18 is 81, and I guess a tentacle. Oh my fucking god! I 42, 42, pen 14.
Yes.
And also because I'm using a hammer blow ability.
You kill it. You fucking
And I
crush
do,
its face.
Yeah.
Describe it. What happens?
So I grabbed the tentacle, and the creature was looking at me in bafflement that I was still alive. It jerks back as I attach my hand to his genital, flinging me up in the air around it, but I'm still holding on. As I'm holding on, I grab my power fist, and you can see the surging, crackling power of the activating power source. Lightning energy is fueled into the fist as I just blast my fist through its fucking center core of being, spurting blood 20 meters out in the air behind of it, and his whole brain is just blasted out. It shivers and crackles and collapses down on top of Tooth.
Blood spurts everywhere. You see a last gasp of the creature as it sort of stretches out its last limb. Tentacles blown off, one from Alim, and now its face is crushed in. You release your fist and hold it up, Tooth Gnasher. You're holding a part of its brain matter in your hands.
In disbelief, Alim goes to the falls to his knees, bows down and says, "Tooth Gnasher, the God Killer."
So I don't want to interrupt, but technically I have to roll to come out of frenzy.
No.
It's
We
a lame
don't
ass.
care about that.
It's a lame ass rule.
Whatever
All right,
is
thank you.
narratively cool is what we do.
Yeah.
And with this, what I
Alim
call
says
Duskin. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, as Alim says that, Doctor looks to him and says, "I like to think it was a group effort."
Truly, he has the makings of a saint.
And with this, Duskin will walk forward and say, take his hand and raise it and say,
Tooth Gnasher is still holding the brain matter or the spiritual corpuscles of the body. He's holding it in his hands over his body, letting the viscous brain matter or whatever this creature has drip all over him. He stands above you and screams, "Wah!" And after a moment, he stumbles and he clutches his own chest and looks. His hand is coming up. He's looking at it and he sees all his blood and he collapses into a heap in the sand.
Awesome. You all regain a spent fate point. Not a burnt fate point, but a spent fate point.
But I got a burn faint point earlier, or what? When I say Tavi, did I get a burn fate point or just a spent fate point?
You only burn it when you die.
Yeah, but did I regain a burn fate point?
No, it's spent fate.
Alright. Yeah, I was.
Alim, Jericho, drag Tooth Gnasher out of the way, and I point over at the two surviving Imperial Guardsmen. Bring your flamers and burn this creature.
Wait, before that, we should usher in this great chapter in humanity's history. All survivors gather around as Servostral, an Ospec Servostral, comes in and takes a picture with everyone and the creature in the background.
One of the Gamma troopers
No.
walks up, raises his fist. Yeah! We killed it! We own this world now! He goes up to shake your hand. Tooth takes off his glove.
So nobody caught that I was passed out into the sand. That I'm holding
Jericho
my bloody
and-
hand and looked
That's
upon it.
Alright, then he's gonna lean down and try to basically give you first aid.
Yeah. Someone come and heal me,
He pulls
goddammit!
out
I'm
a
just.
first aid kit.
I have 4 hit points. I've
Uh,
taken more beating than
Captain
Two
Morpheus is
people.
also gonna run down. And I'm gonna say with the all the Medicaid skill you have now, you have no problem stabilizing.
Same here, I'm on -5 moment.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Doc, come and heal me, you fucking medic. I am cut hardy.
After the outburst of what it called, let's take pictures and everything else. What it called,
Yeah.
Askin is gonna go and take any sort of pictographs and everything else and stamp on them.
The Gamma Troopers are gonna gather around the creature, taking selfies with their pic recorders, smiling, looking up at the camera. Tooth Gnasher eventually wakes up. There's just blood splatter in the ground where he almost died.
Blueberry jam! Blueberry jam now!
Nice.
Alright, I'm gonna roll medic
once again-
on you, Aleem.
Once again, Duskin is gonna come and he's gonna take all their pictocorders and he's gonna smash every last one into the ground of anyone who's taken any picture of anything and say, take one more picture and you will have a shot to the head.
The Gamma Troopers are gonna grab their own pic recorder and just go, "What do you think you're doing?"
I'm taking your pictocorder and I'm smashing it on the ground.
"This is for the Commissar."
Yes, I'm above the Commissar.
They look at each other. Take a step forward. "What's the purpose of this? The thing is dead."
Yes. Thing is dead. You do not need to know about this. You never seen this. This never happened.
They look at each other, disappointed. And you can do a scrutiny test.
Can I also make a sleight of hand to take a picture?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Doc just
Can
chuckles
I
as
do an insight check to see if he does that?
Doc
scrutiny.
just chuckles as he just looks around as the pic recorder on his helmet's recording everything.
I'm gonna say no, you don't have eyes in the back of your head, Duskin. As you're distracted with this, Alem takes up a pic recorder, snaps an image.
Okay then, what I'm going to do is everyone strip.
You don't know that this is happening. I'm gonna rule
Nope,
that that's metagaming. The Gamma Troopers are going to. Did you do your insight test? Scrutiny.
I am
Alim hides
Fine,
the
see.
hard drive with the picture in his holy prison pocket.
Yes.
You will see. You will all on these pictures. There will be Tooth Gnasher clumsily
Finally.
climbing this
plus-
creature,
plus 5.
trying to pull out one of his teeth as a souvenir of
Yeah.
what he believes is his kill.
Duskin, you actually do notice that they're taking pictures. Not only the Gamma Troopers, you sort of look over your shoulder and you see that Alim a little bit suspiciously puts his hand in his pocket very quickly when you look at him.
Everyone, put everything on the ground now.
Where is my blueberry biscuits, Duskin?
I'll take out some biscuits and throw them.
What? He goes and rushes to pick them up. Can I blow the dirt off them?
Yeah, there's a bunch of sand that immediately gathers up in the box. You got sandy blueberries now.
Ordering 30-minute roll.
At which point then, what he called, I'm going to actually pull everyone aside and say, you're taking pictures of something which never happened. You're taking pictures of something which has been
Jericho takes sort of
Which is
spins
being-
around Morpheus and walks up to you. Duskin, we can sort this out when we come back to base. It'll be fine.
Oh yeah, also rip to that one dude that died.
Yeah, we had
Well,
a
I
longer
feel-
scene where you try to give them medical first aid. He was declared
Fair
dead.
enough. I will defer to your judgment. And he will, what do you call it, let the rest of them go, and
Can I do a Forbidden Lore Inquisition to find out what this creature's called?
Oh no, we...
Just say what you want to do, and then I'll tell you what the role is.
No, sorry.
You want
I want to try and figure
recall
out
if you've
what
heard
this...
about anything like this?
Yes.
Yeah, I can already tell you this. None of you have ever heard of anything like this. Doesn't match anything you've seen or heard of.
But you might recall the scene in the flyer when Toothgnasher's coloring book with some documented creatures of this planet had a mention of this creature,
Absolutely.
and it had a name.
Yep. The Dismal Progenitor was the name of the book. I'm writing it in the chat.
Doc looks at Toothgnasher and says, "So not a daemon?"
It looks organic.
So it's a beast.
I think it's so cool how important this coloring book that we just already made up by now.
I was about to
That's
say
awesome.
Jesus.
it's awesome.
So, as Alim looks around, what now?
I guess we have to walk then to our location.
Let's
We
burn
can't
the
keep
corpse's
heading back
body,
every time we meet
and
some
let's see
obstacle.
if Ripsaw
Even
can
I
repair
know
the
that.
ship.
Or should I offer my humble opinion? Perhaps Jericho should signal the base, call in for repairs, and we move further. There's only 100 meters away from. We're only 100 meters away from the forest.
How long is 100 meters?
This page, but bigger, as he shows it with hands. Clearly showing sign that he knows ordering.
I think we can make it.
Jericho, do you think you'd be able to signal base to have repairs brought out to fix the ship?
Fuck.
Slowly turns around. I don't know. Is it worth it? Maybe we should try
Doc?
fixing it here.
I
have
think
the
that's a good
tools.
idea. As Doc looks over to Ripsaw with glaring eyes. First, the weapon systems
I'm
malfunction,
gonna
and they
say
don't even
Ripsaw's
work after
already
we
in there.
crash.
Ripsaw is already in the ship. Doing what he can.
Okay.
Okay. Are you done with anything else you want to do before you...
Can I use the diagnosticator to see what type of blood this creature has?
Yeah, absolutely. Do a trade chemist -20. Basically trying to get samples and
So that's a flat roll, 7 degrees success.
the yeah. You get whatever samples the creature has. Full
Do I know
sequence
whether
of
or
its
not-
genome and so on.
Do I know whether or not its blood's poisonous or acidic?
It is not, however, it has poisonous glands in the teeth. You see a couple of them as you sort of touch it with your knife. It immediately starts burning once it touches anything organic, or
Yeah.
or any surface really.
I'm gonna use my dagger and I'm going to try and cut them out.
Alright, you lean down and with your very sharp knife, you're gonna cut a little hole in the sacks, the venom sacks. And I want you to do a sleight of hand test.
Knasher is going to use his power fist and
5
push
degrees
a
of
little
success.
hole through one of the fangs he got from the creature, and tie a little rope around it and wear it around his neck.
The poisonous gland, the venom starts pouring out. You take a little while and you fill it up. It would be enough for covering a weapon or an arrow bolt. Still you're seeing, guys?
So just one vial.
You get a couple. 2
Okay, so nice. Doc's gonna head back to the ship with the wounded as he looks at Elim. About time I fixed up that. He points down to his shoeless feet and his really swollen ankle, whatever that is.
I don't really want to get back on the ship. Why don't scout a scouting party or something? You know, like me and somebody else. We go in advance deeper into the forest, while some of you others stay back and repair the ship. Timing being the essence of everything.
That sounds
I-
good, Tooth Gnasher. Take one of the goon squad and you do that.
No, I want all of us to go, mostly. But maybe Ripso, he's good with the engines. He can stay back with Jericho, fixing it. It's probably going to take a while. I'm watching them fix them ships before, and it always takes so long, and Tooth Gnasher gets very tired of waiting around all the time, and I think we should go out. Imagine we meet something strong, Tooth Gnasher going to need help. We should probably go, the lot of us.
We just killed the most massive creature I have ever laid eyes on. And you want to go kill other things.
I want to get to the archives or wherever we are going to find
We're
out
not
the
going
puzzle.
To the archives. We were supposed to be going to the mountain, but we're probably... Doc pulls out his map to check about how far they are away from it.
About, let's see. Get the exact amount. You're about 500 kilometers.
That's,
Yeah, that would be a month of travel on foot to Fnasher. I think we'd be better off waiting here for the ship to be repaired, but if you would like to take a few of the other chaps and go fuck off in the woods, then be my guest. But if anyone dies, that's gonna be on you, Tooth Gnasher, as the marshal of this world. You understand that, right?
I think it's pertinent to stay right here for the moment.
That's a good choice, Tooth Gnasher. I think
John?
you're a lot smarter than the others give you credit for.
Judge of this world too. Truly, the God Slayer. It's... what a marvelous saint.
Yes, I haven't showed you, but you see the badge right here. It says on the tin, High Marshal of Rund. And I have taken up the responsibility and mantle of Marshal of this town. Or planet, I should say. I suppose I'm almost like a governor now. And yes, it has been nice in my duty to slay this god creature. And now, as you said, I am also the God Slayer. Surely now the Emperor will embrace me into paradise, because I will purge this planet in his name. Or at least
Inspiration
subjugate
point.
it, because nobody can resist the might of my fists.
Uh,
Lee,
Ali,
can you stop what you're doing? Do you see how he's getting? I've never heard of him talk like this before.
let me roll willpower. God damn it. I'm gonna use a faith point. No, an inspiration
say-
to reroll.
I'm gonna say Tooth Gnasher. You actually realize that what it called you are pushing yourself too far and too fast. You must hold yourself back.
So-
Let them come to you. Let them come to you, and let you defeat them. Not to declare yourself victory across everyone without victorious.
I don't understand. Tooth Gnasher is strong. Tooth Gnasher is martial, brand. And Tooth Gnasher is the god killer.
Has Tooth Gnasher fought everyone on this planet?
It's not the place of the marshal to fight all of the planets, just the criminals, lawbreakers. Those I will fight, and heretics and unbelievers will yield under my fists or be arrested or worse. Made into rations one day, perhaps.
And what is what I call the what is the sorry, hold on 2 seconds.
Oh, you okay?
As the sandstorm starts kicking up, you spend a week repairing the ship before you take off. During that time, is there anything you want to do?
I just want to say that this new character development of Tooth Gnasher and his little god complex that he's developing has made him more magnanimous, or how you say that word. And he's sharing his rations now freely.
Ooh.
Because you think we're weaker than you.
Well, he's like a leader of men now. He has to be taking care of them. You're like his extended family now. His
Are you-
subjects.
You don't command, do you? You intimidate, don't you, Tooth Gnasher?
You say this to him, like out of the blue, or?
Yeah.
He scratches his head at that.
That's a bad idea. That's gonna be fun.
I don't think he understands what you're saying.
Tooth Gnasher.
I am just a probator of the law, a marshal of this world. I do not command or intimidate. I uphold the law,
Yeah.
as a marshal should, and make
That's
sure
what you do,
everybody else follows the laws of Rund.
Yeah, på mikrofon.
And Doc has broken those laws.
Right. I'm gonna take a 10-minute break.
Alright.
Feel free to, whether you are okay with rounding off or wanna roleplay on your own. You can agree on as a group, and I'll be back.
Can roleplay this conversation if you guys want.
Sorry, what I call my
Go for it.
nose is what I call full of antihistamines, and I sneeze like hell. Sorry.
Continue what you're saying, though, Tooth Gnasher.
The dog hasn't broken any laws. He himself is an arbiter of the law. He's a member of the Inquisition, Inquisitors, and their like. They're above the law, and so my mom says.
She sounds like a very smart woman, Tooth Gnasher. And then I pass over to him a copy of the Lexis Imperialis.
That's a very thick book.
Yes, if you go to chapter 39, section F, you'll find some nice information on how to command other people.
Tooth Measure, personal mission number 1. Know what 39 is.
He looks at you very puzzled. He's having a mental breakdown. Oh.
1 second, Tooth Gnasher. Doc opens the book, goes to the chapter, to the subsequent subsection, pulls out a sticky note, slaps it on it, just leaving enough to stretch out from inside the book, and then hands it back to Tooth Gnasher. You should read over this. This might help you with being more commanding.
She doesn't like this book. There's no color pictures. Tooth Gnasher likes color pictures.
Do you at least want to give it a try?
I can't read.
Would you like for me to read it to you?
Yes.
Okay. Right here, beginning of the subsection, how to be a leader of men. Step 1. Be likable. I think you're pretty likable, Tooth Gnasher. And down here we have step 2. Would you want to try to read this, Tooth Gnasher?
Man, is this in the order in class you can't read?
Does it say something about the Emperor?
Yes, it actually does.
Inspire your faith in the Emperor.
Ah, yes, there we go. And what do you think this step 3 down here is?
Eat a lot of rations?
That'll do for now. And Doc just closes the book and puts it back into his bag. We might revisit this later if you seem to like this.
I like the law, of course. But I'm more about catching criminals, you see. Like that rat. I caught him in the end, didn't I?
You did.
He was the most wanted criminal on run for a while, and now I caught him. It's going to go look good on this for the precinct. But friends, I do not wish to catch any trouble. I think I can tell some concern. Is there anything you want to tell me?
Tooth Gnasher, perhaps I may grace you with a story of the Emperor from my home planet.
I like stories. I like stories much more than books. Even though I'm told that books hold stories. But you need to be taught in the secrets to learn them. But
Fear not, great Tooth Gnasher, for the Emperor has provided many of my people with wisdom, and not only that, behold, as he unfolds a papyrus. It has pictures too.
yeah, I like that.
He would begin to tell you a story. There once lived a great sultan in the midst of the Sand Kingdoms.
What's a sultan?
It's like a king.
I know king.
It's like a big boss, but not bigger than the emperor.
It's like Dushkin. Or Jog.
Yes. He proclaimed himself to be the wisest man on the planet, and he dared to challenge everyone to a test of wits. One day, a man, clad in rags, came to his court. The Sultan, appalled by his visage, told him, "You puny man, you dare test my wisdom. You do know, should I prove wiser than you, I will have your head." The puny man
But that puny man was an ogre in a cloak, wasn't he? And he showed him his strength.
Wait your, have patience, my friend, for the unraveling shall amaze you. The man underneath the hood said, "It is true, my king, but should I win, I will have all your riches." "Indeed," the king said, "you may have all my shinies, should you prove to be wiser than I." Then he asked, "O ragged man, where is the center of the planet?" The man scratched his head and said, "My Sultan, the center of the planet is where I am. It's underneath my feet, and it moves as I move." The Sultan, appalled, "You say falsehoods, ragged man." In response, he said, "Then let us travel the world, map it out. Only then will you prove me wrong." The people of the court started to whisper, showing unfaith towards the Sultan. He says, "Very well. Here's my second question, ragged man. How many hairs are on my head?" The man pulled his cloak, showing his luscious long hair. "As much hair as it's on mine." The Sultan, appalled again, said, You spell only lies in my court, ragged man." "No, my king, my Sultan. Only if we count each other's strands of hair can we reach an agreement whether I say falsehoods or truths." The whispers grew even louder. "Very well, you plebeian. Then tell me, how many stars are there in the sky?" The man looked towards the sky, said, "My Sultan, they're not too many, but not too few." The Sultan, appalled, "You spin your web of lies yet again. Ah, but my great Sultan, let us travel the skies and number each star. Only then will I be proved wrong." All the members of the court agreed. The duel of
Nobody
wits.
can count that far.
Exactly. Truly, the man in reds have proven his equal, if not his superior, in wits. The Sultan, pulling his sword, "I will have your head for this treachery." And with a flash of light, the man revealed himself to be none other than the Emperor.
God Emperor!
Indeed, in his golden armor and with his flaming sword, he pointed towards the Sultan and said, "You have grown with hubris. You have sullied the name of kings and queens all around the galaxy. For this, I shall make you my vassal and take command of this planet once and for all."
What did the
And
Sultan say?
the Sultan was speechless. He was unfit to talk to the God King. And thus, the planet of sands has come in the warm embrace of the Imperium.
Is that the story of your home planet?
Indeed,
Which
That's
planet is that?
it is a small planet. It's called Sahara. It's in the northwest west sector of Askellon, very close to a very renowned planet of the Mechanicus, which manufactures promethium.
It sounds very much like the history of Terra.
I am not surprised, for only with wisdom the Emperor has brought so many under his wing.
You know the history of Terra? The holy world of Terra?
Indeed, many stories can be found within scriptures. That's why it's important to know how to read.
Can you teach me how to read?
I'm but a humble servant of the Lord. I may only
I
promise
cannot
you.
perform miracles.
Yeah. Can I have a wish? Yeah, may the ordering read. Okay, so anything other than that? But I will try. For wisdom is a great gift. That is what the Emperor has bestowed upon my people. Knowledge.
I want knowledge.
Truly.
His
You
knowledge.
may.
Go
Sorry.
ahead.
Okay. He would say, you may not be as intelligent as others, but to seek this knowledge, you truly must have been wise. And that, my friend, is a much more important virtue than none other.
I'm back.
Oh, hey. I just spew about the bullshit and keep people busy.
I want to become knowledgeable. Mind strong.
Indeed. But I've talked a shit ton and I need to get up something to drink some BRB.
Alright.
So yeah,
Where we at, everybody? What's the plan? Have you agreed to continue, or do you wanna stop, or what do you want to do?
2 seconds.
I think we want to continue.
Alright.
That's at least my vote. I think Stefan also is ready to play more.
Yeah,
What about
give me
you,
2
Stefan?
seconds. Yeah, give me 2 seconds. I'm actually thinking.
What about you, Morten? Do you want to run it for more? Or
We
you...
can round off soon. And just we can do a little bit more. Is James here? Bradley.
He might have gone a little AFK.
Time.
Maybe just went to get a beer or something.
Yes. What's the decision here?
We keep going.
Do you want to play more, Brad?
Yes, I would love to play more with my best buds.
Yes, Brad. That's what I think too.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Tooth Nash. Man. Tooth Nasher was just supposed to be a tank. Empty character.
And now he's a hero within all of our hearts.
Tooth Gnasher
maybe the
is.
best
Tooth Gnasher is. He's one of the main characters now.
It would seem that way.
But we're all side characters now.
He loves him. Everyone loves him.
Mm-hmm.
Knights of Tuch Nasher.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, I need a better name though.
Are we waiting
He
for
needs a
that?
scholarly name now in his quest for knowledge.
No.
Jericho, spool up the engines. Get us out of here.
You got it. He's gonna press a button, and off you go. The repairs have taken about a week. And
How many rations is that?
Well, we have more than enough rations in the...
you can keep track of it automatically, or for yourselves. You should have more than enough.
Yeah, I'm carrying 600 rations now.
Fuck me.
Lol.
That's what you get when you bring a strong boy.
Aye. Flying off of the desert landscape. Sand is gonna kick up all around you. The skies have cleared. It's late in the day. And you are flying up to almost clear skies. Several of the holes in the ship have been mended with just these metal panels that have been welded on. The damage from the attack is still visible, with these brown, dark, corroded rings wherever the creature attacked. Your leg has been mended, but I'm gonna say you have half movement for another month.
Got it.
And you all spend a little time on the ship, getting all of your gear and headed to the mountains. As you drive to the mountains, you're first passing over some water to your right hand side, which it's kind of a beautiful sight. It is completely still, and you look down and it's just this, almost looks like ice hockey field. As you fly by it, you start to hit some mountains and trees. And looking down, you can see what looks like pine trees way down there. They're very, very tall. The landscape here is different from further down south. The mountains are not as sharp. There are normal looking hills, and you start to slowly drive up the natural mountainside. The flora around you becomes more sparse the further up you get. Eventually, you just hit this misty cloud. Jericho is going to stop the ship. And you can see him slowly turn around. He's going to take off his oxygen mask. Whatever this is, maybe we should land and walk. I don't want to accidentally crash into the mountain.
Well, let's first find where the entrance is. We can grav shoot in for our entrance. That way you won't have to land anywhere near here.
Yeah, I would do that. The problem is I can't see anything. He sort of flicks back and forth between two views on the picked screen. Everything is just deep gray.
Okay, we'll go ahead and land us. We'll walk in on foot.
Roger that. I'll take us down and slowly.
Before you actually move off, what do you call it? Duskin is gonna take Jericho aside and basically say, I have issue that needs to be dealt with, and I need you, and indeed what do you call it, everyone else that I've actually dealt with to
Every time he tries to say something important.
I'm gonna say Jericho lands the ship in the front.
Man.
Anticlimactic. He slowly lands the ship. And are you back, Duskin? No. Okay. The mountainside is very steep, and it's looking straight ahead. There are very sharp mountains. Looks almost like on Terra, essentially. The ship is gonna land. You can see barely 1 meter ahead. The back hatch opens. and slowly fog starts to fill the ship. It is very dense, moist, and cold. As you feel it, the temperature in the ship changes drastically. It must be close to like 10 Celsius. It's cold. Very cold.
10 Celsius isn't cold.
To you who have just been in the desert with a lot of armor,
Fair point.
boiling in the sun, and the ship also functions like an oven with all the machinery heating up the ship as you go.
Welcome back, Duskin.
Jericho is gonna walk to the side, grab your hand, Duskin, and go, Duskin, what was it you were gonna tell me?
Jericho, can I trust you? Honestly, look at my eyes. Can I?
I take it you're about to say something important. Whatever it is. My loyalty is with the Inquisition.
Which one?
There is only one Inquisition.
Good. I have a request. It may seem very strange, but if you hear anything at all about Salamas, the planet, or the system, I request that you actually send it to myself and tell me about it.
He takes off his gloves. It's your home, right?
It is.
He nods to himself, sort of pondering, looking down, looking back up.
I know that you know that, what do you call it, I have said things that are well, I said things that were stupid and were yeah, they, let's face it, they, what do you call it, you know what, there's no way of actually sort of saying that there's, yeah, you know what I did. I threatened the Inquisitor, and it was not meant to be a threat to the Inquisitor, but I know the way it can be described that it was. It was a... Yes.
Whatever you're gonna say, like, my parents were mid-level administrative workers. I've seen all kinds of corruption and disloyalty. That's the last thing I would accuse you of. I wouldn't worry about it.
It's good to know, but again, I must ask you if you hear anything at all with the word Salamas on it. Come to me first.
I'll talk to Continuous.
I know how much this seems as though it will be a massive, you know what, I'm not gonna lie. Look, listen, at the end of the day, what do you call it, if I was in your position, would I trust me? Probably not. But and I hand him a token which has a simple wolf's head on it. And say, please take that as my as my trust that I am 100% behind the Inquisitor and the Imperium.
He's gonna grab it, just look at it for a little second, close his hand again. I take it this is important to you. Are you sure you want to give it to me?
It is the most important thing to any person that leaves our planet. It is a sign that, you know what, enough of this crap of actually trying to sound diplomatic or anything else. You know what, yes, it is. It's very much, it's important to me. It is the most important thing that I will ever have. It is the last thing that I have to my planet. Giving it to you is, well, take that as you may.
I take it as a sign of loyalty.
A loyalty to the Inquisitor, a loyalty to my fellows, but if you come against my planet, then we'll have to think about that. And that is called, that's the Emperor's truth.
If I go against your planet, he looks questioningly at you. Why would the Inquisition go against your planet?
Fair speech. There is so many of us out in the cosmos that I think the last one that was actually raised was the 3074th Salamas. So, you know, you go against them, you go against... yeah.
He starts chuckling. Duskin, we're not going to go against your people. You have nothing to fear from the Inquisition. You are the Inquisition. Wherever they are, I'm sure they're proud of you, where you are now. Who knows? Maybe you'll see him again. He gives a reassuring smile.
And I do a check to see if he is actually bullshitting me.
Yeah. You can do a scrutiny test.
Hold on 2 seconds.
Yeah. I'm just gonna roll for you.
Okay.
You succeed. The no, Jericho is very apparently a straight shooter. There's no hidden layer to him. He's just there in the moment, and whatever he says is exactly what he means. He's very, very much instinctual, and
so Duskin
easy to read.
Duskin's going to ask him very quickly.
He's very
Do you know what I'm
approachable.
talking about?
He's very approachable, and yeah, you can tell that he feels in charge of whatever talk or situation you have, in terms of being secure in himself, and he never embellishes anything. He never assumes anything. He just takes whatever you say on its face, and doesn't add anything into anything. And he has never lied as long as you've known him.
So does he know what I'm talking about, or?
You assume so.
So an agent, so...
The rest of you are in the room as well.
Well, Ratio will actually see Duskin literally cave in amongst himself. And just go quiet.
Awesome. You get an inspiration point.
When you count, what comes after 3?
Pardon?
You heard the man.
I don't mean to start like a full-on Ogrin RP session again, but I just wanted to change the scene a little bit.
4.
Fif-
The answer is 4 to Fnesher.
4. So, are we ready to move out again? It's quite a bit colder here than back in the desert, I must say. But I'm not a coward or frozen much. I think I can handle it.
You can hear the wind whistling outside. And it is just completely grey wherever you look.
Okay. Well, mount up.
Aye, Captain.
Let's roll.
Off we go as Owen pulls on this bar of strings that he has on his back.
Jericho is actually wearing an environmental suit from top to toe.
Same.
Stepping out of the ship, you're gonna step onto wet rock, which almost seems to be covered in moss, something similar to moss. As you start ascending the mountain, it becomes more and more desolate. Flora is sparse, and the misty clouds slowly become less and less dense.
What a beautiful place this is.
The air is
Surely.
fresh and smells of seawater.
Blessed by the Emperor this place is.
It truly is. The light of the Emperor can shine freely now that the false god has been brought down.
Aye. Aye to that. Doc, can I ask you, is that your name?
My name? Yes.
No, Doc. Did your mother call you Doc?
No. She did not, and I don't remember too much about my mother.
You saved my life many times, Doc. I am indebted to you. And I will swear a blood oath that as long as I stand and breathe, I will stand and protect you.
I appreciate that too, Fnasher. I appreciate that much more than you know.
I appreciate you too.
Thank you, brother. And I give a big, meaty hand grab to his shoulder, as best as I can, getting on my tippy toes.
And how you reckon we're going to climb this mountain?
Doc pulls out some metal-looking spikes with these, and then he pulls out some rope, and with these.
Yes. Those are climbing tools. Indeed. We will conquer this mountain as surely as we are servants of the Emperor and can conquer anything. Ready when you are.
All right, men, you ready to scout? Can I do total recall to see whenever I was shown the location, if there was an entrance included in the picture that I was shown?
Have you seen a picture of the Holy Synod?
It showed me the area that the entrance is.
Yeah, I seem to remember that. It is in the side of a mountain, and it looks to be on some kind of installation. It's basically like a big cave opening going into the mountain.
But was it ground level or was it
No,
elevated?
It's elevated.
Could I do... Is there a way for me to try and figure out on the map that we're able to look on where this entrance could be?
Yeah, you know approximately the coordinates. Within 100 meters.
Okay. I look to the men and I say, about 100 meters up, either left or right, we'll find the entrance.
The Gamma troopers nod and start walking up the mountain. There's an S-shaped path leading up. It's gonna take a little longer. There's also a steep hill that you can traverse and make your way up. There is a little bit of climbing involved. Where do you go?
I follow the lead of the smarter people in this group.
Yeah, I'm gonna begin walking up the mountain, and I'm gonna be looking for some type of entrance.
Yes. You walk further and further up the road, and you can all do an athletics test. Walking with heavy gear, lots of food rations, weapons, armor. The Gamma troopers kind of look a little tired. One of them is sweaty. He looks over to the rest of you. I didn't sign up for this. What are we fighting? What's up here?
Could be anything, and you did sign up for this. Command gave you lead to follow us.
They're carrying way too much ammunition and weapons for this kind of trip. And they are slowing you down, taking frequent breaks. Sitting down on rocks, breathing heavily.
Let me take a load off you.
He's just... Alright.
Give me all of your spared ammunitions. I will carry it.
He unloads 2 huge canisters, gas canisters, and puts them on the ground with a loud clank.
How much does it weigh?
It weighs 20 kilograms.
Alright, I can there is a limit to how much physically you can put on a person, and that's how much you can carry.
Yeah, they're not physically that huge. You can just strap them to something.
If you guys help me, I'll take them. Is there anyone else who... I can take more than this?
Then it's 40
Before
kilograms in
you
total.
before you actually do anything, Duskin's gonna come across the Vox and say, back up, back up, back up.
Nice.
What did you say?
Back up at least 20 feet. Hold.
1, 2, 2, 3, 4.
Wow. Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4. He looks questionably at Dusky.
Old. And basically, he's going to actually be sitting there looking. And, well, he's not looking, he's listening all around. And as he doesn't hear anything, he's going to head back down to the. Okay, so Tooth Gnasher, keep an eye out. Don't move. What do you call it? Don't make a noise. Just hold your position. If you see anything, shout. Okay?
Yeah, okay. Tooth Gnasher is very easily distracted. It looks around for a little minute, and then he starts picking on the ration stains on his tunic.
Okay. Tooth Gnasher, you lift the stuff down. I'll lie out.
What?
You lift the stuff down, I'll keep an eye out.
Aye, Dusky. He takes the fuel canisters and put them on the ground, looks at you hesitantly, and puts his rations on the ground as well.
It's okay, I'll look after them.
What you want me to do, Duskin?
Get them on the ground. Keep moving.
Where? You're confusing me. Tell me what to do.
I apologize. Doc, what do you want these? What do you want? They're called, these, right, fuck it. Leave
Have
them.
we met enemies, hostiles, criminals?
We haven't come across anything yet. Let's get to this entrance, though.
A couple
we
of
can
you are missing your
deposit
athletics
things
tests.
there. Ooh, I forgot about that.
James. Tavi.
Yes.
Athletics tests.
I'm gonna use my
sorry.
inspiration to re-roll that. 4 degrees of success, just because I don't want to fall off a mountain.
That
Tavi,
one,
you sprint up the mountain. Tavi leads the way. And because of him, you're shown a little shortcut through a what looks like a heap of rubble, metallic rubble. Almost like someone has just thrown a bunch of trash and old unused cogitators and just discarded everything they didn't need. And it is literally tossed down the mountainside. As you climb on top of it and make your way up, you predictably come to something that looks like human-made. Finally, all of you take a step up to a ledge, and you are walking through this unusual row of mountains. They're peeking up like shards from the clouds. The smog, the fog sort of starts to dissipate. And as you look down, it's like being on top of a cloud. It looks like the cloud just goes forever in the horizon. There are antennas and spires sticking up from the natural mountain in front of you. The place that you're at looks like something that was built in a hurry to be efficient and utilitarian, not necessarily look very pretty. It contains several Antennas, radar dishes, and the installation has several parts to it. It's only protected from corrosion by being so far up in the mountain, but you assume that it could be several thousands years old. It looks surprisingly well kept. A long landing platform is built between two mountains, and ramps lead to various metal doors that have been torn down. You're standing on the bottom of this floor, looking up. There are no doors here, but what looks like entrances are visible in these huge platforms above you. It must be maybe 100 meters up.
I don't mean to be harsh, but does what do you call it? The natural one from Tavi. Does he get to do his thing?
Hmm? No, we're past climbing the mountain now. Okay, guys, we're in the scene. You're on top of the mountain, looking up.
Feel free to start. I can be like the stupid conversation starter every time.
Alright, men. Let's finish this climb. The entrance is
Oi.
just above us.
I'll go first. I'll get the rope up the top of the mountain, and you guys can use it to climb on top.
That sounds like a good plan, Tooth Snatcher.
How do you want to climb up?
Climbing with my brute strength.
Grabbing the mountain, pulling it down. Do you have any rope?
Yeah, there should be some rope. Someone should give me, because we've been having like rappel lines and stuff. I didn't bother about asking for it when we were leaving, because I remember us having it earlier.
Yeah.
So I attach rope to myself and I climb up. What's the check you want me to make?
You can do an athletics test at -10. And in fact, all of you can do that as you start to climb.
So I successfully make it up the mountain with 5 degrees of additional successes.
Sick. Tuvnasher goes first, grabbing the rope, and it makes a little clank sound as the hook attaches. And as the rope tightens, he starts to pull on it. Walking up the mountain while he's pulling himself up. Everyone can do an athletics test, a strength test rather. Right, we'll go with athletics -10. That is, did anyone fail?
Can't I use the engine on my belt to pull me 5 meters as a half action continuously?
You have an engine on your belt? Did we
Yeah,
establish
the
that?
Derapalan line has it.
Ooh. Yeah, of course. Make a ranged attack.
Got it? Oh, fuck.
You just attach it to the rope that's already pulled down, maybe?
You,
Oh, I failed.
yeah. You're gonna, on the way up, you're gonna slip and take 4 bludgeoning damage to your chest, ignoring armor.
Does it ignore toughness?
Nope.
Okay.
It does not. And up the side of a mountain that looks kind of like this, you all walk up one by one, quite silently. No one would be able to hear you if they were on the top, and you can hear the whistling of the wind sort of blowing by as you look over the horizon at the beautiful sunset. And as you climb out your way up to the top, you think you can hear something in the cave, and that's where we can end it. Until
Awesome.
next week.
So what did you do last session? Oh, we were